Good morning, YouTube. Big news today. The first ever public sale of a Tesla Cybertruck at auction happened today. Well, by the time this video comes out, it'll be yesterday.
Yeah, right.
And it was a doozy.
But it wasn't an auction that like the regular person type me here could watch, right? Dealers only?
No, it's a dealers only auction called Mannheim, the largest one in the U.S. Started in Mannheim, Pennsylvania. But the person selling it's also the largest wholesaler in the country called Gimme the VIN. They buy cars from dealers and everybody. We'll have their website linked below. And John Clay Wolf, who runs Gimme the VIN, is actually going to come on today for an interview virtually. And we need to figure out how he was able to get a hold of this Cybertruck and why he was okay selling it because of all the stuff with Tesla. Supposedly, if you sell it within a year of ownership, you're going to be fined $50,000 or more if the truck sells for more.
That could be the follow-up video, maybe.
Right.
Are we interviewing him from jail,
No,
perhaps?
No, but it was a big number. But one funny thing is this site, it has a condition report on every single car so people feel confident buying it virtually without inspecting it in person. And this brand new Cybertruck with 69 miles on it.
That's it.
Nice. Yes, 69. Yes. Had some condition issues, including a dent that they found on the Tesla, on a brand new Tesla.
Already?
Probably a factory defect where it had like a 2 or 3 inch sort of indentation in the rear quarter.
Right.
And then they dinged it for not having wheel caps. And that's because they've had to take all wheel covers off the Tesla Cybertruck because they were digging into the tires and chewing them up.
What? That seems like a huge problem.
It'll get fixed eventually and they'll send out wheel covers, but for now they're all rocking no wheel covers. So they got dinged on the condition report on a brand new Cybertruck because
I get
of
it.
that.
Like the first year for things, the actual test to see if they're okay is when they're selling on the road and actual real people are driving them, so you can see what the real problems are. And now we're finding out.
But here it is in all of its glory.
This is the auction.
This is the auction.
Us peasants aren't able to see.
Well, I have ways in, but yeah, here's the photos of the truck.
I think it looks so cool. I love the look of it. I think it's great. It's obviously it reminds you of the DeLorean, but it's like they tried something new and different. They didn't follow anybody else. They went on their own, out on a ledge to see, what's going to happen, created their own thing. And I love when car makers do that.
Yeah, but apparently scaling up on a stainless steel truck when it comes to production and being able to get batteries for it and all that stuff has been a nightmare. It was the same with the Tesla Model 3, which is a much simpler car to build. Yeah. And supposedly they're only making like 50 a day at this point.
Okay.
And I have a reservation. I'm still waiting on mine. And we'll see when I get it. I was able to configure it. I have a very early reservation number. I don't have a VIN yet. So are you ready to see the auction?
I'm ready. Is it like regular auctioneer voice?
Oh, yes. Yeah, full out mumbling here. Let me get it pulled up.
Gonna get flashbacks when I'm at Barrett-Jackson right now.
Oh, with dealer auctions, it's even more mumbly.
You really? Like you can barely... How do you even understand what they're saying?
Here it goes.
Oh, yeah.
Heard of a 261, 24-model Tesla Cybertruck. Green line ride and drive. Go ahead, Chad.
Go ahead, Chad. Is he from Kansas?
They're Texans.
Texans.
Will come with a title, obviously. A bunch of people ask me that. But I can tell you this. I buy a lot of cars, a lot of hard-to-get cars. I've probably never had a harder time buying a car than one of these stupid trucks.
They want to get a Cybertruck.
Right, of course.
But everybody's too scared of getting sued.
Right.
So they won't sell them.
Right.
So
which is valid.
Everyone enjoy. It was definitely a ton of effort, I promise.
All right. You're going to be picking up in Palm Beach. I'm going to be 250,000. I'm going to be 255.
So the MSRP on these is $99,000.
Look how fast it shot up.
Yep. Well, they're asking. Here it goes.
Okay.
They'll get a bid for
$200.
$200.
They didn't get a bid yet. Okay.
But the first bid is already double its MSRP.
So did people know this was coming out beforehand?
Yes, they were promoting the heck out of it. They wanted to get these to be the very first person to sell a Tesla Cybertruck. And they're,
and we'll bail you out of jail.
The first public sale.
Wow. And is there a reserve on it?
No.
No reserve?
No reserve.
What would you pay for it?
Well, I'm willing to pay MSRP, which seems really, really high, almost $100 grand, because they will lower the price eventually.
Right. How do you know what he's saying?
I know. At least with Barrett-Jackson, they slow it down a little bit, but when you go to a dealer auction, it is so fast. Like
gosh.
This is really slow for a dealer auction
Is
as far
it?
as them giving several minutes, 4 minutes on
Right.
this truck. Usually it's
Right.
over in
2:30.
30 to 45 seconds.
Seriously?
And like if you got to jump in and bid and hurry up.
It's like
Yeah.
rolling off because they don't want it to break down in front of you on on the stand or the block.
Right.
Tesla's not building a bunch of these.
So it's interesting. They have the auctioneer, and then they have their headquarters at Give Me the VIN
Right.
sort of working together where they're talking. This is
that's cool.
unusual for the Manheim dealer auction. Normally they don't have the sellers up there like giving
Right.
commentary and repping the cars. Normally they just stand there and sort of give a thumbs up, thumbs down whether they sell it or not.
Cool.
So this is unique.
I think it's a
And
good
their commentary
idea.
can be very colorful sometimes.
Okay.
So if there's any language, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Going quick.
Still going.
240.
And keep in mind, these are dealers.
Right, so they need to make, they're going to mark it up.
Right.
245. Wait, it's first year Cybertruck, so I get it. Like, you want that.
The very first
Right.
public sale. The very first one on the secondary market
Right.
to sell.
What? This you just put in front of your showroom, and everyone's going to drive by and want to check out your cars, but this is going to pull them in.
Absolutely.
What do you say, Atlanta? Let's go. 244. 245.
244.
244. 245. Don't miss it. 244. 244. Sell that bitch.
Yeah, like
Why-
I said, they're colorful.
Why can't we
So-
do that at Bear Jackson?
Sell that yeah.
That'd be
No,
awesome.
$244,500. So almost $150,000 over its MSRP. Almost $150,000 over. Can you believe it?
She cannot believe it.
It's insane.
It is crazy.
It's nuts. It's nuts.
Did you not expect it to go? Because
No.
you've been kind of watching it and being promoted and all that, right?
That exceeded my expectations by a lot. I thought maybe 200
Right.
would be crazy
Wait,
for the
what
very
was
first one.
MSRP was?
199.9.
Right, okay. And there's like options? Are there a lot of options
No,
on
no.
it?
This is like the foundation series. So like
Right.
the very first one, it comes with all the options, and they charge more for it. Tesla's doing a very good job of marketing this. If you want the very first ones,
Right.
you got to pay up. So at some point, this is supposed to be a $50,000 truck. But if
Right.
you want the very first ones, you have to have every single option on it without the range extender battery and things, and you have to pay $100,000.
I
Which
can't ever see
I'm
it.
doing eventually whenever
Yeah.
it shows up.
I can't ever
so.
see it being $50,000. Like the DeLorean, John DeLorean wanted to start it at $12,000, and I think it just kind of doubled as he was going along making them. And the same thing's going to happen with these. I can't see them being let go for $50,000.
It's a totally crazy number.
Yeah.
But even more crazy is getting a hold of one and being brave enough to sell it. And actually,
Right.
I know the founder of Gimme the VIN, John Clay Wolf. So let's not waste any more time and ask the man himself.
Right.
And here's the man himself. So my first question, and thank you so much for coming on. How? How did you get the Cybertruck?
Paid too much, or what we thought was too much at the moment.
But obviously, somebody bought it from Tesla. They signed that contract saying, you'll get sued if you sell it within a year, and you're able to sweet talk them somehow into selling it?
No, we just paid them enough where they could just eat the 50 G's if Elon really comes after them. And Elon, if you're watching this, don't come after me for the 50 grand. It's not mine.
Right, well, it's
I
not
bought
your
it from
fault.
your guy.
You never signed a
No,
contract.
no. I gave him $210,000. Actually, this buyer that works with Give Me the VIN, he's a key guy. His name's Chad Cunningham, and he has just been on a mission to get one of these bought. And then all the people that have been going to the website, GiveMeTheVIN.com, to sell their trucks, we probably bought. I bet we've agreed on 18 of them, and all of them have fallen out because they get cold feet over the 50 grand penalty and the banned for life from Tesla. And this guy, one customer was like, they even said that they will never sell my family, like my immediate family, a car. My last name will be blocked. Like, listen, do you want to? So we've offered 150, we've offered 175. On this one, we finally went to 210. I've had
Okay.
people send me escrow. I've had customers send me escrow agreements where we would escrow $50,000 in Elon fine money over the next 12 months in case they got sued. I've never agreed to that, but that's so it's like, what do you pay? Do you pay $135 and escrow 50 grand, or Do you give them 185? We didn't think this truck would bring this much, by the way. It's just like that Hummer I saw at Barrett. I didn't know it was going to bring this.
That Hummer was ridiculously crazy. What did you guys have your hand in that?
So I go by Richard Rollins' office to have a beer, and it's their Christmas party. These people that built it, these Frenchmen, brought it down from Milwaukee to show it off to him so that he would give them a kiss on social media.
Right.
They were leaving, and I slapped the door of the truck and said, wait. Walked back to Richard and said, we need to buy this thing.
Oh, yeah.
He said, they want $250 for it. I said, I can't give $250 for it. So he and I pretty much at the same time both said, well, I'm going to save that for my video. I'm putting together what I paid for it. But
okay.
But it was.
But we made some serious ass money.
It was 100 million views on Instagram. It like broke
Quickly,
Instagram.
like overnight.
And then at Barrett Jackson, we had the 300 SL Gullwing and the Bugatti Chiron. We had all these incredible cars, and then in the same row or one row over was your six-wheel Hummer that everybody wanted a picture with. And then was it 750? Right?
750 plus a 10% buy fee, so $825 is what the guy paid.
So you don't just sell.
Ridiculous.
You don't just sell at Mannheim, which is where this Cybertruck sold at. That's primarily where your business is. Barrett Jackson's where you sold the Hummer, but your bread and butter is the wholesale auction. How'd you guys get involved with Mannheim like that? And I know it was a huge build-up really quickly, though.
Well, it's really not. I mean, it takes 10 years to make an overnight success. I've been at this for 30 years, and I've been selling at Mannheim, Dallas for 30 years, literally. In 2003, I've got a motocross accident, and I'm paralyzed. I'm never going to walk again. In a wheelchair, trying to figure out what to do, and I wasn't mobile anymore, so I could not attend the auctions. So I got on the radio and started doing this car show on Saturday mornings where I'm bidding people's trade-ins on the radio. And that's a way to get the cars to come to me because I couldn't go to them. And then we figured out how to automate that system. And so we were the first people buying sight unseen, not touching the cars over the internet before Carvana, before anybody. They all copied us. And that's fine. That's the way business works. But, I started that 18 years ago.
Wow. 18 years ago. That was a whole different world back then to have that foresight to see it.
But was COVID your big build-up, being sight unseen buying and all that stuff? Because that's when you sort of came onto my radar. And, of course, you sold our friend Ed Bolian the Paris Hilton's SLR, which was a fun thing to watch.
Yes.
But
yes, he got to make all the money on that one.
Yeah. And I was watching today's auction just going through, an hour or two before the Cybertruck sold. And it was interesting trends because it seems like Porsches are very, very strong, but then like a McLaren or like the Maserati MC20, that yellow one, in a short time, because that one had like, what a $300,000 MSRP, right?
You've got a good eye. You've got a good eye, Hoovie. You've got a good eye. You're right.
How does somebody buy an MC20 in 2023, put no miles on it, and they lose $100,000 compared to like, you'd be crazy to buy one of those new.
Well, let's talk about the Cybertruck. How much is this guy going to lose a year from now that buys a Cybertruck?
Or not.
So I bought Alan Jackson. Yeah, they will. I bought Alan Jackson's. We bought Alan Jackson's first EV truck. General Motors gave him the first EV truck to do a performance for them, and we gave him $230,000 for it, and sold it for like $250,000. And now you can buy the Hummer trucks for. The electric Hummer trucks I'm talking about, just a couple of years ago. Now they're $90,000.
Right.
So these things come back to your McLaren thing. They're just temperamental. These cars go up and down, but that one really is taking a downdraft right now. McLaren's especially, but Porsche's the production's limited again. That's what drives it all. Limited production, and what drives
You think that Cybertruck is really going to come down? Because Hummer has been a staple in our society for a while. Everyone knows that name. The Cybertruck is brand new. No one's ever seen it before. This is the first year of it. You really see that value coming down?
And production being so low for a while. How hard it is to scale up.
Yeah, but it's just not. Yes, I do. I think we've already bought another one. I bought another one today, another Cybertruck.
What?
And we sold one yesterday quietly that we didn't tell anybody about.
What?
I didn't want to run two. Yeah.
Are you looking in your rear view mirror right now for Elon? He's going to be chasing you down the road.
I didn't want to run two of them today because I knew this would be a splash. This was the first one sold at a dealer sale. Right. And we sold that one quietly yesterday for $15,000 less.
Oh, wow.
And then we've got this. I think it's like a piece of melting ice. I think that this market will come down. If this is the mark, 245 today, we will not get that for the next one next week.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you.
Well,
it just won't happen.
20 years ago, people were paying over for PT Cruisers and Toyota Priuses, and they came out in 2004.
That's true. That's true.
There's all kinds of examples of the 911R craze.
Hummer H2 craze.
Oh,
Volkswagen
yeah.
Beetle craze. Escalade V or Z06, the new Z06s. If you wholesale it or sell it within a year, then we'll cancel the warranty on it. And that has not been the truth.
So Give Me the VIN sells about 1,000 cars a week, or is it more on average?
We sold 900, right at 900 today.
And
Wow.
what percentage?
Wait, 900 today?
Today.
In
And I'm
one
still in
day.
the car. Look.
Yeah, they're
I'm
crazy.
just coming back to the auction.
I know.
We did 38. We sold 38 million today.
So what percentage of that is buying from other dealers, and what percentage of that is buying from the public?
50-50.
Okay. So based on all that data, what is a car or a few cars you think that are a buy and hold, and you think like a Maserati MC20 and the McLarens are the ones to sell while you still can, or what would you think?
The MC20 just disappoints me because I think more of that car than the market does, but that doesn't matter. We buy the market and sell the market. What is a buy and hold right now? Square body Chevrolet truck, 1987.
Yeah, they do older cars.
yeah.
They had some older ones today, like that 87 Corvette, I think, was a buy.
Right, right.
There
Well,
was,
we
Did
see.
you see that car? I gave it away, dude. Why didn't you click?
I was thinking about it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Did you hear me
Yes.
yelling on the microphone?
Yes, you were mad. Yes, I know.
I was mad at the car. I mean, it's 20,000-mile bright red 87 Vet. I know they're terrible, but this one was not.
Yeah. Well, you win more than you lose, obviously. That's why you are where you're at where you are. But what do you think of buys? So square bodies, anything else you'd probably think we should be looking for?
We do see a lot of those square bodies sell at Barrett-Jackson, but the thing is people are modifying them, customizing them so much, turning them into resto mods. Like, is that market going to plateau, do you think, of one day to get a stock square body, the value's going to go up?
It's impossible, yeah.
Right.
I saw a 100-mile square sell about 6 months ago, perfect, for $105,000 at Birmingham, or at what's that place called? GAA, Greensboro Auto Auction. So that's a perfect example of a perfect car. These resto mods, they cost so much to build. I don't see that market coming down for a while. It is the way to go because people buy these classic cars, they spend $100,000 and then they overheat the day they buy them and they're mad.
Yes.
So the resto mod's better.
Yeah.
Putting modern day running gear on the cars is the way to go. But Hoover, I don't think anything's a buy and hold in my normal world right now. I think it's sell everything you can because I believe we're still 10% over from the COVID lift, and it will all catch up. And new car production's super high. There's a lot of guys that are stuffed, and we will, especially in the past 4 months. I mean, it's kind of been old rules apply. We can't get away with bad Carfaxes. We can't get away with muddy miles, muddy colors. Muddy colors meaning just. I call them bruise colors, burgundies, dark blues, just ugh. But we're going into that spring market, and I'll tell you a little story. I have a Bradford pear in my front yard, and when it blooms, it's game time.
Right.
Bradford pear tree. And when it blooms, it's game time. And I've been having my eyes on it pretty hard for the past week because this market should have already popped by Valentine's Day, and it didn't. And this morning I got up and looked out there, and that damn thing had bloomed. I'm like, we were going to have a big day, and we did.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
So spring market's on. Everything's good. How long is it going to last? I don't know if it'll last till the 100-degree July 4th or if it'll dissipate before then. But, yeah, I think we're in for a good spring.
But you all are buying all year, and you'll buy absolutely anything, as we've seen with Gimme the VIN. So feel free to give a plug.
Absolutely. I mean, I've been at it 30 years. You can look at our reviews online. If you look at Gimme the VIN reviews, we do negotiate with people. Computers cannot buy cars. We really look for the cars that are better than everybody else's because We pay better for better. We pay more money for better cars. We buy junk. We buy it all. You can't buy that many cars and not buy everything. But I appreciate a good one. You can't pay too much for a good one, and you can't buy the wrong one cheap enough. Unless you're Ed. He definitely has made a living at buying the wrong one.
He buys the junk.
Right.
Well, all right. Well, thank you so much for coming on. We'll have Give Me the VIN link below, and congratulations on having the first auction sale of a Cybertruck.
That's
That was
right.
very fun to watch.
Thank you, guys. Good to see you.
Thanks.
Well, hopefully I get my Cybertruck here in the next month or two, but I
Right.
don't know if I'll be brave enough to defy Elon and face his wrath.
I don't know. Now, do you think Elon's going to follow up and follow through?
I wonder, because will they make an example of the first
Right.
person, the first one to be sold? Because I'm sure people are going to be talking about it and the price.
Right.
Will they make an example of this person? Because I think when I read the contract, and we'll have to pull it up, it's not just the 50 grand, it could be even more. So if they sold it for 300 or 310, like you said, they might go for all of it.
Seriously? Whatever over MSRP it went for? Okay.
I think that's what I read.
Right.
I'll have to look at the contract and
Right.
see. Maybe in the post, our producer Jake can
Yeah.
check. But yeah,
I
interesting.
still think it's worth it.
Pretty scary. No, that's a lot of money.
could
And
be
in
a lot.
5 years, when they're selling for 50 or 60 grand, and nobody
I don't
wants
think
them,
so.
it's like the PT Cruisers and
No.
everything else. Toyota Priuses,
These are going to be
We'll
cool.
laugh.
First year Cybertrucks are going to be cool forever.
we will laugh. Like John Claywell was saying, first year Hummers.
I disagree. This first year Cybertruck is going to be off the charts forever.
Well, I hope you're right, because I'm going to be financed to the brim on it and don't want to be upside down. But
Right.
what a day. Thank you so much for watching.